Coast Avengers.
West Coast Avengers. West Coast Avengers.
Time for your proctologist to tell you about comics.
All right, part two. We've got the last three boxes of this collection. I just want to say thank you for joining me on another episode of the West Coast Avengers. If you're watching this for the first time, I'm Dave. This is my show about comics. I buy collections, I sell comics, I buy more collections, I sell comics, but I really just want to talk about comics. I want to learn about comics. Doing this show really helps me learn because I'm diving into things that I've never collected before, I've never owned before, like this giant Golden Age collection. I appreciate you subscribing, liking, commenting, doing whatever. You can find my links down below. Instagram, eBay, Mercari, whatnot. All these things, the places, the platforms I sell. But honestly, the number one platform I really work hard on is right here on YouTube. Thank you. So the last episode you saw, I went through those first three boxes and pulled out some pretty big books. Not all in the best condition, but when you're talking 75 to 80 years old, people don't age that well, so why would paper? So I've got the three last boxes here. I'll tell you this one we'll probably breeze through because it is all Tarzan, and I have no interest in Tarzan. But let's start with this box. This is just a nice little stack of books here. So first off, got a couple of early Dick Tracy books from Harvey Comics. Chester Gould, most known for his work on Dick Tracy. This is 1956, number 105 and number 109 with a detached cover. So I'll just show you the cover here. I don't think those have any significance other than early Dick Tracy books. Pogo Possum. I know Pogo is a very... I know there's some significance to Pogo, and I think it's in the artist Walt Kelly. Yeah, 1952. So this is Pogo Possum number 8 from 1952. Here's something I'm interested in. I don't think this is the first appearance, but 4-Color Comics number 382, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and it looks like it's the entire story because there's the back cover, is the prince waking her up. If you're a Snow White fan, Disney princesses, the art in here is fantastic. This one is a giveaway comic that the gentleman who sold me researched these. He said this was something that you would find at the recruitment agencies, and that is Lil Abner joins the Navy. I know nothing about Lil Abner. That is something that is far beyond my time, so you older folks might know. This looks like something that came from a comic store much later on because it's a graphic novel of sorts, and that is Al Cap. Yeah, this is newer, probably from the 80s or 90s. 85, Al Cap, reprints of Lil Abner. Here we go. We got another Porky Pig. So you saw that I pulled out the first appearance of Porky Pig in comics, and this is Porky Pig and President Porky, 4-Color Comics number 295. Half the cover's missing on the back, or a quarter of the cover's missing. Captain Marvel Adventures number 97. Also, once again, don't think it's a key, but a very cool comic of Captain Marvel being erased. Just a fun cover. Action Comics 220, and a fun one. I like this cover. Action Comics 226. World's Finest number 85. Funny thing about this is Marvel Family, Captain Marvel Jr., and Lady Captain Marvel. This is the second copy of this book I found in the collection this year. So it's just kind of ironic to find two of the same, 70-year-old comics in the same town, 2 miles away from each other. I don't know anything about these Alley-Oop, but there's a couple of them, including issue number 14. White pages on a 1948 book. Some more Alley-Oop. This looks to be a little bit later from Dell. 2 issues right there. Another Lil Abner and something called Dog Patch, another Al Cap book. And here's the Walt Disney's Vacation Parade with a detached back cover, but another thick boy from the 1950s. Yeah, 1950 on this, and that's Vacation Parade. All right, so that's just this first smaller box. So this one right here, this is all Tarzan comics. I don't think they hold too much value, so I'll just go through a couple of them. They're all Dell. They're all super old. I mean, some of them are in really good shape. This is in 1952, so some of the photo covers are Lex Barker, who I guess starred in maybe the TV show or movies. But they're all... some of them definitely have some early stages of mold. So I'll toss some of that stuff out. This is a 1958 book that looks like it's from the 70s because it's in such good condition. 64 years old. This whole tub is just all Tarzan. You can always DM me on Instagram and hit me up and say you're looking at these or there's certain issues you're looking for and some in really good condition. I might charge $5-10 a piece. I don't really know. So here's more of that actor guy, Lex Barker. All Edgar Rice Burroughs, all Tarzan. Mostly all in very good condition, or at least mid-grade or better. Some have subscription folds, but some are just super clean. But that's this whole box. If that's of interest to you, we can talk over DMs. Hit me up. Have my people call your people. Have your people call my people. We'll set up lunch. All right, and finally, this one. This one's going to be a fun one. So this one is all duck-based. The Uncle Scrooge books. When I was a kid in the 90s, DuckTales was a huge show, and that is how I was introduced to Uncle Scrooge, for sure. Huey, Dewey, Louie, Donald, I knew, but Uncle Scrooge, that was when I fell in love with him. So much money, always a grump, but not a villain. This whole tub is either all Uncle Scrooge or at least all the Duck family. So some gold key Uncle Scrooges, including this one. I just love any type of Halloween-themed comic. The Mystery of the Ghost Town Railroad. The Giant Robot Robbers. Here's a great one, too. I probably should check to see if any of these are double covers. I do love this one. Uncle Scrooge overweight. And it shows him going up to the scale and then taking out a bag of money because he's overweight. There he is playing a harp dollar sign. Uncle Scrooge and the Great Wig Mystery. Here's a fun one. I thought this was very cool to see. Uncle Scrooge and Donald Duck. And this is like a newsprint only magazine format. And it's Uncle Scrooge and Donald Duck #1 from 19... It's really tough to tell. The copyright ends at 43. So if this is truly from 1943, I don't understand how it's in such good condition. Now, if I were to put this on a CGC scale and just off the top of my head, I'd say an 8.5 to a 9.0. Here is a Dell reprint of a famous story, The Many Faces of Magica de Spell. So this is a 1970s book, or maybe 60s, but this is a reprint. Christmas wreath made of dollar bills, a castle made of gold coins. The biggest comic book of importance next to the Peanuts one, I think, is going to be this. Walt Disney, 4-color comics, number 386. Uncle Scrooge, Only a Poor Old Man. And that is the first solo title featuring Uncle Scrooge in comics. 1952. And that is a Carl Barks. And that is a highly sought after book. This one is probably a lower grade. I don't think it's a detached cover, but it's probably like a 2. Does have a name stamp in there. Off-white pages, but still an excellent book. And the rest of these are just fun Uncle Scrooge books. Weighing his money. And we go into some Donald Duck. Just the best of Donald Duck. The Best of Donald Duck, 1949, second printing. This would be a reprint of some early Donald Duck stuff. And I guess I have to check some of these to see if there are any other second printings. This is a great cover, too. Don't know what number this is, a 10-center, but he's watering his money tree. And checking the sands of time money. That's why these are so cool, because, like, these covers are so narratively basic. These are very narratively basic, but they're just so ridiculous and charming. So some more Uncle Scrooge from Gold Key. Do love this cover. Micro Ducks from Outer Space. Finally, we'll just close it out with the rest of these Uncle Scrooges. Here's a very early one. Walt Disney #7. Ye Old Wishing Well. Very early Walt Disney Uncle Scrooge books. Nice big stack of Uncle Scrooge. Still a very popular character for people. And excited that I've got all those. Especially the first Uncle Scrooge solo title. That'll do it for this one, the second part. A little bit quicker through this one than the last one. Really excited I got all this stuff. An opportunity you have to jump on when it comes to older books, because how much of this stuff is really going to end up in the hands of people that are able to, catalog it, distribute it, sell it to people that really want it. I mean, that's what I like to say I do. I find homes for the lost comic book souls of the Northwest and beyond. I always try, and whenever I'm selling to keep in mind that I got this stuff for a good price, so I should be able to hand it off for a good price. I definitely do not like to price gouge, but that's just me. I think a lot of you know that. Once again, if you're watching this for the first time, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let me know if I missed anything or if there's something you're interested in. And you can always DM me on Instagram, West Coast Avengers. I'll flash that there. Links down below in the link tree. You can find that. And if you're looking to learn more about comics, I just want to always say that I am super inspired by Ed Piskor and Jim Ruggs, the Cartoonist Kayfabe podcast. I watch that daily. I watch multiple episodes a day sometimes. They've inspired me. Thank you to everybody who's joined me on this journey. I really appreciate it. I will see you next week on the West Coast Avengers. I am a golden god!
Why does Don Cheadle smell like no other? Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle.